Hi friends, welcome in your class of class 8 mathematics CBSE board lecture number 8 chapter 1 rational numbers. Before start today's class, I would like to request you subscribe my channel, like it and share it and press the bell icon so you will get the notifications of all upcoming videos. And from class 6 to class 10th mathematics videos are uploaded by me on YouTube, so you can search them and see them. To search videos of your class, suppose you are in class 8, then you may search like this Mahesh Valande class 8, or suppose you would like to search a particular chapter, then you may search like Mahesh Valande and rational numbers. So you will get all the videos of that particular chapter or that particular class. So let us start our video. In previous videos we have discussed about laws of rational numbers. 5 laws of rational numbers we have discussed before. Now sixth law is there, existence of an additive inverse. Now whenever there is a point of additive inverse, the result should be additive identity. So 0 is additive identity. So if there are two numbers for which their addition is 0, so both the numbers are called additive inverses of each other. So suppose let us take one example, plus 7 and minus 7. If we add them, we will get 0. So 7 is the additive inverse of minus 7 and minus 7 is the additive inverse of plus 7. Hence we called it as negative of a natural number. Only positive number does not have negative number. Negative number also have its negative, because if minus 5 is a negative number and negative of minus 5 is positive 5. Negative of minus 5 means we have to multiply minus 5 with minus, so we will get plus 5. So both the numbers positive and negative have their negatives or their inverses, their additive inverses. Additive means addition operation is basic. Basic operation is of addition. After addition we are getting identity element. So for general statement we can say that small a and minus a are additive inverses of each other, where small a and minus a belongs to capital Q. Small a and minus a are rational numbers. Then a plus minus a will be is equal to 0. Next law is their multiplicative identity. Now multiplicative identity. For identity element we have explained before. Identity element is a such element after taking operation or after performing any operation with that number, we are getting the same number to which we are applying or we are performing to with that number any operation. It means if one is multiplicative identity, so if we multiply 1 with a, we are getting the result as a. Means suppose 5 is there and multiplying 5 with 1, we will get 5 itself. 6 is there, multiplying 6 with 1, we are getting 6. So 1 is the number to which after multiplying any number we will get that number itself. So 1 is the multiplicative identity. Next point is their multiplicative inverse. So multiplicative identity will be the result. A and 1 by a are the two numbers. After multiplying we are getting plus 1. So a and a will be cancelled. So 1 into 1 1 a and minus a and 1 by a are the a and 1 by a are the multiplicative inverses of each other, and a and 1 by a both are belongs to capital Q. Now one exception is there, that is 0. 0 does not have its multiplicative inverse because 0 multiplied by 1 by 0. So 1 by 0 is not defined. 1 by 0 is the number which is not defined. We cannot define it. In previous video we have explained it for how it is not defined or how it cannot be defined. So next point is the representation of rational numbers on the number line. Rational numbers means they have both numerator as well as denominator. So they are in the form of P upon Q. They are positive as well as negative. While representing on the number line, we should draw first number line. On the number line, there should be a 0 at center. Right hand side of 0, at right hand side of 0, there are positive integers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity, and at left hand side of the 0, there are negative rational numbers. At left hand side of 0, there are negative rational numbers. So if the rational numbers are like this, 2 by 5 minus 3 upon 5, 17 upon 5 minus 8 by 5. If so, suppose we have to represent these numbers on the number line, the denominator should be equal or the denominator should be same for the rational numbers, that we can represent on the number line. Now first we have to look after denominator. 5 is the denominator. Subtract 1 from that denominator, we are getting 4. So place 4 lines at equal distances between any or all the two consecutive integers. It means in between 0 and 1 we have to place 4 lines at equal distance, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we are getting 5 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We have to obtain 5 equal parts, so we have to place 4 lines in between any two integers. So in between 1 and 2 there are also 4 lines, in between 2 and 3 like same for all the two consecutive integers. Now positive numbers are at right hand side of 0 and negative numbers are at left hand side of 0. Suppose we have to find the location of 2 upon 5. 2 upon 5 is positive rational number. So we have to take 2 lines. We have to measure 2 lines at right hand side of 0. 1, 2. This point indicates 2 upon 5. Minus 3 by 5 is there. So left hand side of 0. Third line. 1, 0 we should leave 0. 1, 2, 3. Minus 3 upon 5. 17 upon 5. 17th line to the right hand side of 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 upon 5. So minus 5 upon 5. Sorry, minus 8 upon 5. Minus 8. We have to count these numbers on left hand side of 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Minus 8 upon 5. Now suppose we are having one question, find the number which is at this point. Suppose we have to find the number at this point. So we have to count 0 to this number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. so that number is 14 upon 5. There are equal 5 parts, so we have to take denominator as 5, and it is at right hand side of 0, so this number will be a positive number. Suppose we have question that find the number which represents this point. So we have to measure from this 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12th line to the left hand side of 0, so it is negative minus 12 upon 5. So in this way we can find all the numbers which we have put the lines on this number line. So first point to the right hand side, it is 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 4 by 5, 5 upon 5. So 5 upon 5 will be equal to 1. So we have put here 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10th line means 2 by 10 by 5. So it is 2. We have put here 2. 3 in same way 15 upon 5. 20 upon 5. Left hand side also minus 5 upon 5, minus 10 upon 5. These are the integers. So in this way we can find any point on the number line, its location and the value of that point, or the point which are having the coordinates. Now next point is there, rational numbers between any two rational numbers. Suppose there are two numbers, 2 upon 5 and 12 upon 5, and we have to find the numbers in between them. So we should know, or there is a rule, if denominators are equal, then the number is greater whose numerator is greater. So in these two numbers 12 is greater, 12 is the numerator which is greater than 2. So there are equal denominators, so 12 is greater numerator, so 12 upon 5 is greater than 2 upon 5. So greater number greater than 2 by 5, the number is 3 upon 5. Greater than 3 by 5, 4 upon 5. 5 upon 5 is greater than 4 upon 5. So these numbers are in increasing order. Now let us find, otherwise suppose we have to find exact middle number between any two numbers. Suppose there are 5 and 7, these two numbers, and we have to find exact middle number of 5 and 7. So add them and divide it by 2. We will get the exact middle number between these two numbers. Suppose A and B are the numbers, and we have to find exact middle number between A and B. So add them, A plus B, and divide the sum by 2. We will get the exact middle number. Now we have explained as before, there are infinite rational numbers between any two rational numbers. Now you will say that, sir, find only 100, or you tell me only 100 numbers which are in between any two rational numbers. So let us take one example. There are two numbers, 7 by 8 and 3 by 4 and 7 by 8. So first we have to find which is smaller and which is greater. So 3 8 is 24, 7 4 is 28. So 24 is less than 28, hence 3 by 4 is less than 7 by 8. 3 by 4 is smaller than 7 by 8. Now the denominators are different. We should have equal denominators. So multiply this number, means numerator as well as denominator with 2. So 3 2s are 6, 4 2s are 8, 6 upon 8, and here 7 upon 8. 6 upon 8 is smaller than 7 upon 8. Now suppose we have to find 1199 numbers in between 6 by 8 and 7 by 8. So multiply both numerator and denominator plus 1, 200. with 200 to both numerator and denominator by to the both numbers. So 200 into 6, 1200, 8 into 200, it will be 1600. 7 into 200, 1400, 8 into 200, 1600. So this number is 1200 upon 1600. 3 by 4 is equivalent to 1200 upon 1600. And 7 by 8 is equivalent to 1400 upon 1600. So now we can find 199 bit numbers which are in between these two numbers. From 1201 to 1399, there are 199 numbers. So take denominator as 1600 and take 1201, 1202, 1203 from 1201 to 1399 as the numerators and place their denominator as 1600. These numbers are in between these two numbers. And this number is equivalent to 3 by 4, this number is equivalent to 7 by 8, and these numbers are in between 3 by 4 and 7 by 8, and their count is 1199. Suppose we have to find 10,000 numbers. So multiply numerator denominator both by 10,001. So we will get 10,000 numbers in between that two rational numbers. Next point is their absolute value of a rational number. We denote absolute value by the symbol mod, in which we have to place two vertical lines, and the number for which we have to find its absolute value, that should be placed in between these two vertical lines. So absolute value of 7 can be written as like this: absolute value of 7, and absolute value of 7 is equal to 7, and absolute value of minus 7 is plus 7. Here, whatever be the number, positive or negative, its absolute value is always positive. Absolute means we have to take only count, positive count of that number, without its negative sign. It is always positive. Absolute value of that number is always positive. Now there is a definition for absolute value. Mod of x. Suppose x is a number and we have to find absolute value of x. Now if x is positive or equal to 0, then we have to place as it is. As here we have put 7 as it is. If x is negative, here minus 7 is negative. In this situation, x is less than 0. It means x is negative here. Sign of x is negative. So negative number is there. Then we have to multiply it by negative. Its sign will be positive. So if x is less than 0, mod of x will be equal to minus x. Because minus into minus, it will be also plus. Let us take one example how these mods are used in simplification. 2 into mod of minus 5 will be there. So 2 into mod of minus 5 will be plus 5. 2 into 5, 10. 10 will be the answer. Now next point is there, positive and negative rational numbers. Positive rational numbers means those numbers who are having same sign of numerator and denominator. That number is positive number. Here are some examples: plus 3 upon plus 4, positive number. Plus 3 upon plus 4, we have put here sign of plus, but here there is no sign. If there is no sign, then there is a positive sign. So plus 3 upon plus 4, it is positive. Minus 3 upon minus 4, it is also a positive rational number. Now both numerator and denominator having different signs, means if numerator have positive, then denominator should be negative. So that number will be a negative number. and if numerator is having minus sign, denominator should be with positive sign, then that number will be a negative number. Here are some examples: minus 3 upon 4 and minus 7 upon 5. These numbers are with negative numerators and positive denominators. Numerator and denominator having different signs, so these are negative numbers. 7 upon minus 5, it is also a negative number. Minus 7 upon 2, it can be written as minus 7 upon 2 can be written as minus 7 upon 2 or 7 upon minus 2. These are all same, are having same value. So today's class is now finished. So bye bye, thank you.